Okay. And we have here an infantry again and an HQ. This HQ, I think I will infantry. Where is this HQ? Infantry HQ. Okay, this is what I wanted, and this is the cavalry. Right, I will mix these two. From Falkenhausen, he was in China, so he has some experience. Add doctrine. I'll go on researching these ones. These are important ones. Let's see if there is some better tech team. Tech-wise, I mean, when you research, you want to really find, in most of the case, you want to find the most matching technologies. So you can see here, two of the four. I mean, this tech team has 4 skills, and 2 is highlighted by green. This is because I selected this technology to research, and it highlights those skills which match, which is used actually, because this technology, it has these kind of elements inside. The numbers represent the difficulty. So, and also every tech team has a skill. So you want to really to choose a tech team which has the most possible matching categories from what you research, because they are much more important than the skill. The skill as well gives you increased speed, but generally the matching categories are more important, much more important. Okay. Okay, so it seems that this kind of playthrough will be a sort of I mean, like an explanation. So for those of you who don't know this game, or if knows but not very well, because this is a kind of complex game and needs a lot of effort to get into it. And since I already did this effort on my own, and I know that sometimes people don't like to. I mean, they don't have time. They just want to play, and it's very hard to read a lot of manuals and articles and whatever. So it's much easier to listen to someone who tells you already what a lot of things which you can use. I don't say that I know everything. I am not a very, I mean, this power player, but I play this game a lot, so I have some information about it. Research 10 destroyers. I will immediately start researching the next technology, so I can build some more than 10 destroyers when I want to build them. Okay. Yeah, on a number of HQs are very good. So we have 1 HQ here, 1 here, 1 here. And you can see this sign here, this four squares. This shows that there is an HQ in that area. So we actually, if you select everyone, then we have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and here 3 others. So these you want to have the HQs near your fighting force. So basically, one HQ has effect, I think, on the province where it is and all the surrounding provinces. So you want it in the center somewhere. I will, for example, here in Poland, I will at least use at least two HQs, one in the north and one in the south, basically, because Poland is not a big thing. At least one will stay in the west to support these defense forces here, because France might try to push through the border area, even though if it is hill terrains, and also there is some fortifications here, but not very high level. On the other hand, however, France has a very high level 10. This is the maximum level of fortification. This is the so-called Maginot Line, which France built after First World War for a lot of money, but didn't finish it up for. I think there were multiple reasons for this. There was money deficiency. It was really a huge cost to build it and upkeep it, and also because if France would finish here up behind Belgium, then Belgium would diplomatically feel like alienated from France. Basically, France would tell diplomatically with this movement that, okay, I don't care about you. You can be occupied, and I'll just sit behind my forts. So because France wanted to keep Belgium on its side, on her side, I think this was one of the other reasons why it didn't finish up. And this was actually this is where actually Germany could get through. So Germany didn't storm the forts here, which would be a suicide anyway, but got around them and right around this region, actually, this province in the game, through the Ardennes forest, got through, and basically just very clever way just get around the fortifications. So on the other hand, however, while in reality, I mean, it seemed to be like a very easy win, but it was a combination of a lot of unexpected and kind of random, let's say really mistakes on the French and Allied parts. So in game, it's not all the time it's so easy to reproduce this, because in game and even in reality, let's say if it was a second chance for France, I don't think that they would be so stupid. Not really stupid, but so doing such mistakes what they did actually. So it was really a lot of mistakes which came together and this caused it. So it's hard to represent, and they actually don't even want to represent the game. So in the game, every time basically it's almost like a fresh, clear situation where it can go either way. I mean, it is possible in certain difficulties and certain AI enhancements that you have even problem defeating France, and it's I don't think it's a shame or something that you should feel better about it. Simply that in reality, this was achieved. I mean, this stunning success of Germany in France was achieved because of France and other countries, allied countries, did such huge mistakes actually. Which, why would they do it in the game? Shouldn't be encrypted or forced to be done. I deploy some closer support here. Oh, what was it? It's intercepted actually. Intercepted, I don't want them there. I want them here. Or no. Actually, maybe one group can stay here, because in case really some hostilities would erupt with the Czech Republic, I want to shoot down their fighters. And these ones are not deployed yet. I now regret that I deployed these. Germany has by default some heavy cruisers, I think, in production, and I shouldn't have deployed those. I should have kept those for deploying them in the Mediterranean area, but now it doesn't matter. Now I don't know, maybe I will produce something, or you cannot really transport. It's a problem that once you get to war, Gibraltar is held by United Kingdom, and it's a strait. Means that in war you cannot pass through. Only countries units can pass through who are not at war with the owner, with the straits controllers. Who are not at war with the country who controls this area. Same with Suez, controlled by United Kingdom by default. So you can only pass through if you are not at war with the United Kingdom, which you cannot pass through really now. This is the problem. So, and once you get to war, you will not be able to pass through either. It's really hard to get Gibraltar actually. Suez is some easier, but still passing through Suez means that you have to go around Africa all the way. Okay, so let's go on. I think I will split up this video into multiple parts, because this is long now, but now I am in the mood of recording and of explaining things, so it doesn't really matter. So once you occupy what is it called, Yugoslavia and Greece, then you will have some ports to the Mediterranean where you can deploy these transport ships, and until that I might build a couple of destroyers or something that's to protect them somewhat. The problem is that the United Kingdom has normally a fleet here in Alexandria, which has a couple of battleships and heavy cruisers and whatever, so you cannot really, I mean, destroyers cannot really protect against such a fleet, but maybe just enough that I can transport fast some units here and there. Okay, we researched something, I don't remember what was it, but now, yeah, okay, for sure we go this one. Yeah, we need basic medium tanks, and once we have some more industry capacity, which actually we have less than 1.5 years until war, which is not good, definitely not good. I need to do something here. We'll get some industry capacity from the Czech lands when we annex those. One will be in October 1938 and one will be in March 1939. But now, yeah, I would need to start producing armor divisions when they are researched, really. Yeah, so for now on, we'll produce this what is in the queue. We don't have any more. Yeah, I don't really bother about this anti-tank brigade. I would like to use it, and I will maybe build it, but I'm not sure how useful it is in this game, in this version of this game. By the way, this is the latest patch for the game, which is out. I think 1.09 or something like this. I'm not sure. 1.9, something like this, or 8. I'm not sure actually, but the latest at the moment when I upload this video, I think this is the latest out. So. Yeah, okay, I didn't see that I deployed here some closer support as well. Okay, this is a nice. Look at this. This army is a really nice army. I think this is what I will send to Norway as well. I mean, first it will most likely, if it happens that Czechoslovakia actually fights back, then it will fight first in Czechoslovakia. After it will fight in southern Poland here in the hilly regions. And when I am about to conquer Norway, because Norway is hilly, foresty and mountainous region, so then I will send it there. Go on with researching the air doctrines, so our aircraft is up to, I mean, at least air doctrines are up to date. Air doctrines actually represent the methods how you fight, I mean the tactics basically. While aircraft X, I mean aircraft model upgrades represent of course the, I mean the aircraft itself, I mean the models. And you want both of these to be really up to date in order to have a really strong fighting force. So yes, I will try to keep this playthrough as kind of like an introduction, and maybe some of you would like to play this game. And also I need to get back to this game some little bit more, because it was a long time since I played it last time. And I don't know, I mean, I don't know what when I finish this, I might not, I mean actually I never really played through until the end date, because I don't think it makes sense. Normally when you are in a position where you are too powerful, you will lose interest and you will finish and start a new one. I think it's very okay, there's no problem here. This game is a sandbox game, so you can I mean basically set your own goals, own objectives. There is a built-in method which if you would happen to play through the end of the game, then there are these victory points which are assigned to certain provinces. For example, Moscow has 50, Berlin has I think 30, Paris has 25, London has 30, and so on. Well, so these are counted, and for every major alliance, the 3 major alliances are the Comintern, which is Soviet Union and her allies, Axis, which is Germany and her allies, and the allies, the Western allies, which are United Kingdom and her allies. So there is such a way of deciding who won, but I never actually care about this system. Almost never. And actually I don't think I ever played it through this game, even in the earlier versions when the end date was less. I mean, it was the first, I think, Hearts of Iron, when it came out, it was 1946 or 8, I think, the end date. And now it's like 1954 or 5 or something like this. But even that technology is not very much up to date. If you look at the latest technologies, it's 1951, so I don't know. Actually, sometimes it didn't happen that my interest was up for so long. And I don't think that this will happen this time either, because it's a normal game. Maybe if it is a harder difficulty, it can be. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see. It was a long time since I played, and as an democracy, I mean, extensively. I uploaded one Japan gameplay, or at least just an introduction, really a very short introduction. Actually, I played this game, Japan game, until I am forced with Germany, Bitter Peace. So Bitter Peace is the event which basically Soviet Union gives up, surrenders to the Axis, and then Germany gets to control a big portion of the western parts. Basically, what I'm showing to you this. Romania gets a small portion, as well as Finland a small portion. And Japan, if she is at war with the Soviet Union, then gets these eastern parts actually. But there is some bugs that, for example, in my case, some provinces were occupied not by Japan but by my allies, my puppets, China and Manchukuo, and those provinces reverted back to the Soviet Union. So this was some frustrating for me. This is why I didn't go on finishing that. I might start another Japan game later on, but anyway, it was just coming back to this game. So I researched, what was that one? I don't remember. You see the log? Basic static anti-air, okay. Then this I will definitely not research now. Heavy tanks, I'm not sure. I research anti-tank artillery, I think. Or rather field artillery is more important. And who is the best team for that? Rheinmetall, yes, it's a very good team. And meanwhile, I think a couple of things have been built, yeah. If you press Ctrl and click on a unit, then it will select all the same type of that unit and you can deploy them together. So for example, in this case, I want to deploy these here. And the same, I press Control, I hold Control and click on these units, these quarter support, and I deploy these in Breslau. Or Breslau, I'm not sure, but I think Breslau, yes, in German it's pronounced like that. So most of the time I don't really think too much forward in the game. I just like to have flexible objectives, let's say like this, and see what is the situation and adapt to the situation and try to get the most out of the situation. This is the case now as well. So I didn't really plan out that I will do this at that time and so on. But I will try to think. Really proactively as well, but also according to, customize to how the things unfold basically, because you can never know what happens. For sure, I want some forces here because it's probably important too, and I really need more of the infantry and whatever. These aircrafts will be finished in basically end of February 1939. I want to see how long it takes to build armored divisions. 150 days, which is around 5 months. March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so basically one build, even with retooling time included, I think will come out from panzers. From armored divisions after the aircraft line has been finished, and we'll get a couple of infantry. Really, they are much faster to build. So what I like very much in Arsenal Democracy is the fact that is introduced here. Basically, I think this is the only place where maybe Darkest Star as well as experimenting with it, or maybe its latest patches are included. But I think here it works really well. The fact that how it's called. Yeah, basically, if you line up one division against 10 divisions, these 10 divisions shouldn't count 10 times more force in reality in most cases. So, especially in areas like hills or mountains where there is simply not enough terrain that everyone could come at the same time, the increased number of men and material in the same place doesn't necessarily mean linearly the same amount of increased efficiency or combat power, let's say like this. And there is a nice term for it, but now I cannot remember it. So this is, I like it so much. I think it's a very important and addition to the game, and it was very much needed from the previous Hearts of Iron 2 games. Okay, there's one more division here. I think I will deploy these as single divisions, and hopefully a very nice commander will come to it. Yes, you'll see a very high skill, which we can maybe level up some. I will also need some transports in Rostock for sure. So I think this is 3. I will deploy a couple of them here, because I will need to transport units to Norway. I don't really know in this game what is the sense of occupying Norway. Apart from possibly Norway can join the Allies and then they have air bases against you. But in reality, Norway was very important because this was the way that Germany could secure her trade, the iron trade with Sweden. Sweden was trading iron to Germany, or steel. I'm not sure. Maybe steel. And okay, some more aircraft. I think these 4 wings will be enough in the Eastern Front for now. Yeah, these 2 techs are the last techs before you can get the assembly line technologies, which are really very important. I want to get them fast. Okay, some upgrading is going on. I think now we do really well. We have a lot of I don't know what did I finish, which free up some place, but it's nice. I really like to have, especially Germany, to have up-to-date units, because you don't want to waste manpower, and having outdated units will mean that they will take more casualties and you will waste manpower really. So Germany, better for you to have a smaller army, which is better. I mean, not very much smaller, but a little bit smaller, which is better than opposite. Okay, we finished some air technology, so I go on and research improved interceptors. Okay. Okay, I think I will call it for now, and this was a quite long recording session which I had. I will split it up into, I think, most likely two parts, and I pause it here and save, and I will see you next time, and I'm curious about your feedback. So as I said, I want to keep this a kind of like introduction to the game and some explanation, and also for you as well, to myself as well. And I might later on start, I mean, after this series, start some really harder difficulty things where it's more about tactics and surviving than just to get known to the game. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.